Coming up on this week's episode of Meet in the Middle.
We have an explosive confessional this week, and it's not sweet like espresso.
One of my arms goes into the toilet, my ass slips under the stall divider. This goes on.
And stay tuned to the end of this week's episode where we reveal the results of next week's Freaky Friday episode.
Oh, I wonder what it's going to be.
What is it going to be?
Here we go.
Oh, imagine it's confessional.
Have you heard?
Brilliant.
All this and much, much more. Oh, Jesus, he's falling around the gap.
Do you think I'd come up with like in a bubble?
I know where I'm putting Debbie's sauce.
Hang on, can I submit my confession?
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Meet in the Middle. My name's Jake and I'm joined by the mother's favourite, Danny.
Hello.
The belle of New Year's Ball, Rachel.
Woo, hi.
And he always thinks he's right, it's James.
And he always is. How are you?
How are we all? Are we all good?
Doing good, yeah.
Excited. New
What
year.
an amazing episode last week to start the new year off.
Yep.
I
Amazing.
know, no Rachel either. Let's talk about your commitment, Rachel.
Well, just take me off the attendance list.
Yeah,
It's been marked. Straight
it
away.
has been marked.
We'll have to give her a gold star for wearing our podcast headphones this week, though.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
54 episodes. It only took 54 episodes.
New year, new Rach.
Shut up.
Come back in episode 110 when she stopped using the webcam.
Rachel,
Christ. What?
are you? You look like a nun.
Right, I'm right here.
In the convent for the new year.
Are you wearing a habit?
Yeah. My religion. Losing my religion.
You've watched Sister Act 1, 2 and 3, haven't you? While you're Christmas.
Oh,
Expected more
happy
from
day.
So we're just starting to, as we mean to go on this year, just ripping each other to pieces.
Yeah.
And
No,
she's
Gonna rip you a new arsehole.
Beg your pardon. Well, let's get this show on the road. And have you heard?
Heard what?
This week on Have You Heard, I've got a bit of a crime story that involves food and drink. Are we ready for it?
Crime, food and drink. So ready.
It's something that's happened recently, that happened in the lead up to Christmas. We had a Great Guinness Heist.
Oh.
A what?
The Great Guinness Heist of 2024.
Oh, the heist.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So everyone probably heard about the shortage of Guinness in the lead up to Christmas.
There was
Have you
no
not?
shortage. That was
No.
like crap. Come on.
No, so there
It was in the
apparently
UK, Rachel. It wasn't over
Yeah,
here.
Oh.
in the UK, like so, in England, Wales, and Scotland. I think you were all right in Northern Ireland because you got the direct line from Dublin. There was a shortage. There was a shortage of Guinness, and they were blaming it on the TikTok generation of Gen Zers.
Oh, leave it out.
So they were using it to split the G in all the videos and everything like that, but that's a different story for a different day. So this heist took place in Northamptonshire, and a truck carrying 400 kegs of Guinness, which is about 35,500 pints, was stolen from its depot.
How do you lose a Guinness truck?
It was stolen.
Like, where are you going to
stolen.
put it? You're going to like hide it in the
It's not
bushes or
The
like?
mountain somewhere. Among the missing, like the good old days, you were just taken away.
Well, you know what? The way I look at it, you deserve to get a shortage because you haven't got a fucking clue how to pour it over there. I've
No.
seen videos and footage of bartenders and like there's no head on it, or else it's like bubbly head and it's half the glass. Like nobody in the UK knows how to pour a Guinness.
How dare you?
Whenever I worked in bars over in Manchester, they had these little magnetic surgers, and you had to pour the whole tin into a glass and pump the surger, and the thing just surged it. So like, it wasn't even Guinness. Like it just was shite.
Yeah,
basically.
but you can
Well-
get that over here too, like the surge cans, and then the surge you put on the top.
Yeah, that's fine. But you actually put the tin into the glass, stuck it on this little surger thing, and hit the button, and the bubbles went. Shite.
Well, you can't
Anyway.
come accusing us, James, because it's not the first time there's been a Guinness heist.
No, was
Why?
it 2007 or 12 or something?
Yeah, so back in 2007, over Christmas again, a van drove into St James's Gate Brewery and stole 40,000 pints of beer, including Guinness, Budweiser, and Carlsberg.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry.
wow.
Like, how do you even do that? Like, no.
Just
We're a
so
trustworthy
original.
nation.
No, I mean, like, you've
Drinking.
got trucks of all these bloody big, massive barrels of booze, and no one's like, oh, where's it gone? Oh, no. Oh,
disappeared
it's
into
just,
thin air.
Well, it's still missing. So
Gone.
they reckon that the stolen kegs have ended up on the black market to be resold through like underground channels. So there's some black market Guinness going around. Yeah.
I
No,
don't know
that's
whether
ridiculous.
I should be admitting this publicly, but when I was younger, me and a load of my friends, when we were like 16, 17, we used to rob a load of kegs off the back of a hotel
You're getting done. You're getting done. Criminality.
and then like throw them over the wall. And we used to hang out on the opposite side of this hotel in like this. We create this little den in the middle of like a bush, a big bush. And like I remember I was in school and I was drawing out the design of how I was going to make this keg heist work. And so
All right.
we
Gone in
sketched it
60
out.
seconds.
And there was
I
like
know.
two. We got like two. We used to sit around a load of empty kegs, like they were our seats. But then I decided to get two empty kegs side by side, two on top of that, and then get the full one and turn it upside down on top of the empty keg stand that we created. And then with a stick off one of the fucking branches and a cup,
push down
we'd
on the-
push in, yeah. And yeah, we did that for months. But then we realized after that these were the ends of the kegs, the empty kegs that we were robbing.
Oh, no.
So we were,
Serves you right.
yeah.
It serves
Yeah.
you right.
Oh,
And that's why the
so-
price of Guinness has gone up, because you're trying to nick it. But apparently,
And I'll have
due
you
to-
know, actually, sorry, James, that Britain actually gives good head.
Oh!
I can't follow that. That's me. That's my section done. I can't follow it.
That's us done here. Goodbye.
But apparently, due to the shortage as well, I've heard that we had to raid the reserves of Ireland's reserves of Guinness, so they had to export it over to the UK.
There's
Our
reserves.
stocks.
Yeah, so they have a reserve for just in case of emergencies, and that reserve is generally
I think
ring
that's
fence
funny as
for
fuck.
Ireland. And we
Post-apocalyptic and like everyone in
Yeah,
their
you
den.
just- you can't make this
calling
shit
up
up.
James's guy. Yeah, bring me a keg again as quick. We're closing up the hatch.
But the thing is, I remember seeing that as one of the facts. You know, when we toured the Guinness factory, it was all about like what happens in the worst case scenario, and they have their own reserves.
You know, Dublin, oh, well, not Dublin, Ireland isn't even the largest exporter of Guinness. Do you know
Is it
where
Nigeria?
Yeah, it's Nigeria.
Is
Nigeria
it?
Yeah, that's the largest export of Guinness.
Guinness comes from Ireland.
Yeah, it does. But I think the main factory, the main plant production line is Nigeria. The main
Yeah.
factory.
Oh.
Well, they've just opened a brewery, or it's due to open in Covent Garden. There's a small brewery, like a micro Guinness brewery, that's opening up in Covent Garden as well, that you can go and do a tour.
No,
Did we
thank
see
you.
did we hear about that pub in the UK that was giving out was it like a loyalty card type thing that you needed to buy 2 standard drinks before you were able to purchase a Guinness because of the shortage?
Yeah,
No,
well, it's like a
serious?
ration card. Yeah,
Yeah,
So you
yeah, it was a
would have
ration
to go
card,
and
yeah.
get it rationed.
So because of the shortage, they didn't want everyone just coming in taking all the Guinness. So you'd have to buy 2 standard drinks, get your stamp on this card before you could qualify for purchasing a Guinness.
This
I
is
know
the
when I-
world we live in.
Yeah. First, it was toilet paper during COVID. Now it's Guinness over Christmas. Because when I went just before Christmas, I thought, I'll get some Guinness, stock it up for Christmas. And it was like getting the Tamagotchi. Like, you know, when the Tamagotchis were in demand, people were giving you
No.
the side
What's a
eye.
Tamagotchi?
Danny.
Can't you remember the little digital
Serious?
pet? Are you being serious?
No, of course I know what a fucking Tamagotchi is.
But people were like really like raiding the stocks. It was just ridiculous. But I could have sold it on for a higher price, but I didn't. I just drank it instead. But Guinness and those pies aren't the only thing. So I've got some other great food and drink heists that have happened over the years. The first one was the Great Olive Oil heist of 2014. So 16,000 litres of extra virgin olive oil was stolen in Spain. So it was a shipment of high quality extra virgin olive oil from a warehouse. The oil was valued at over 60,000 euros, was destined for international export, and it got
Wow.
heisted. Apparently, olive oil is really expensive, but that's a different matter.
Yeah.
It is
It is.
expensive.
It is.
Mhm.
I just stick to me one cow spray light, whatever it is.
You know the way like Italians have some of the like longest lifespans of all countries. Apparently,
Yeah.
their secret is, well, a lot of the like say elderly people in their 90s and even approaching and exceeding hundreds say that they have a shot of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil a day.
Oh,
That's a pricey way to stay
I think
alive,
that's
isn't
like
it?
an old wives' tale.
Possibly,
Yeah.
but they like the figures are showing it's working.
Does it work out cheaper than Botox?
I'm not the one on the panel that you should be asking. Danny.
Maybe not.
I've never had Botox.
No,
Me neither.
I don't.
You need to ask Sister Rachel Patrick.
It took me a second there.
Oh, moving on. Before I've got
Sister
another
doesn't do
heist.
Botox?
Before we fall out of on this episode, I've got another one. The Nutella robbery of 2017. So 20 tons of Nutella worth around 60,000 euros was stolen in Italy. So a truck carrying 20 tons of Nutella was hijacked by a gang of thieves. The truck was intercepted in the dead of night, and the thieves disappeared with their sticky haul.
Sticky
And-
hole.
Sticky haul, not hole.
Hall or hole?
Haul, Haul.
Right.
Oh,
I'll
that's
look that up.
Yeah. But they reckon that most of the Nutella was resold illegally. So if you've bought Nutella on the black market, you know where it's come from. And then the next one, another chocolate-based one, was the stolen chocolate fiasco of 2019. And 2,000 tons of chocolate, which was worth $20 million, was stolen. Million. Yeah. And this was in Belgium. So thieves stole more than 2,000 tons of high-quality chocolate from a warehouse, and it was sold on the black market again. And it was so severe that the Belgian authorities launched an investigation, and the chocolate was never tracked down. It's probably been eaten before it's even been sold on, if it's Belgian. While you were in Belgium, James, did you buy any expensive chocolate off a man on a marketplace?
I bought chocolate, but I can't confirm I had nothing to do with that heist.
Okay. Well,
It's
we're
very
clear.
rich. It's very rich and indulgent. Like me,
it
and
is rich
your
at
mum-
$20 million.
Yeah, true. But I mean, like even the chocolate, like the actual eating of it is very rich because you'd have two of them. We had actually when we got there, we had like 3 chocolates each, like the little ones, like a Quality Street or Rose size roses, and we didn't touch it again after that because it was so indulgent.
Yeah,
Rich.
it's pretty strong. Yeah, no wonder it cost that much, and there's probably were a lot of sick people just if they had to demolish the goods before it got found. And the final one was the caviar heist of 2018, and the stolen goods were worth around $4.5 million.
Million?
Caviar million, yeah,
Million?
yeah.
Or million?
Million. Or million.
Again? Million.
Million, yeah, million. Thanks, Darren.
Wow.
Oh, I'm only kidding.
I know.
I love you,
so-
millions.
So thieves in Russia stole 2,000 kilos, and that equates to around £4,400 worth of premium beluga caviar. Is it beluga?
Beluga
It's one of the
whale.
most apparently it's one of the most expensive types in the world, and the haul was smuggled out of the warehouse and sold on the black market
The
again.
whore was smuggled.
Oh.
Yeah. Some arrests were made, but a significant portion of the caviar remained unaccounted for. So there you go.
That's one thing I've never had and have no interest in is caviar.
Well, caviar.
No, same. Is it like fish eggs? What is it?
Yeah, I've had roe before.
I've never had any.
I thought roe was like white bait fish, like
I thought-
cod, and had it.
I think roe's like eggs, isn't it? I thought roe was eggs.
You forgot the biggest
you.
heist of all, Jake. P. Diddy and his 20,000 gallons of baby oil.
Well, yeah, there is that, but it's not food, is it? You can't drink baby oil unless you're into
Well, I'd
into
say you had a few
drinking.
people drinking it.
Wow, there was. So you have it. A bit of crime involved in a bit of food and drink. So apologies to anyone that is trying to be good in January and you're craving caviar, Belgian chocolates, Guinness and olive oil. I've probably got you wanting it now. Yeah, but if you have any stories that you want to share with us, you can DM us at podcast.meetinthemiddle, or you can email us at meet@inthemiddlepodcast.co.uk.
Welcome back to my segment, Agony Aunt. I have a few stories for you this week and I want to get your opinions on them. So, are you ready?
Totally ready.
Sure about this?
Yes, sister.
Okay. Okay, brother.
I don't think that's the reference he was making.
Shut it. Are you ready? So, I've been married for 20 years and love my husband. He is kind, great with the kids, hardworking, but his humour is generally based on quotes from comedy sketches, often reciting the entire sketch, and long sketches that are triggered by a word. If someone is talking about a cake, it's always, here is that funny 10-minute cake sketch, right?
Yeah.
It's how his whole family communicate. I find myself increasingly irritated by how these sketches and quotes from comedy shows dominate time with our family and friends. When he doesn't rely on these fallback jokes, he can be really witty and make me laugh, but when he tells the same stories again, I find him less attractive. I know that having in jokes is fun. I don't want to ask him to drop all of his humour, but I find myself avoiding him at get-togethers. If I hear those punchlines one more time, I might scream. He doesn't see the problem. I don't want to be horrible and controlling or make him self-conscious. Although he is thought of a nice guy, he doesn't have many close friends. Generally, he is friendly with the husbands of my friends, but only sees them whenever I organise the time together.
Don't be too harsh on him.
I can relate to that. I hear one word and that'll just trigger something that I have to
I'm the
quote
same.
or a song that I have to sing. Like
I'm a wee bit
three
like
of
that
you,
too.
yeah, the three of you are all like witnesses of it. I hear one word, and if that's a lyric to a song, you best believe I'm going to sing it.
Yeah.
Like if someone says something to me, I end up breaking into like a musical, like My Life's a Musical or something, just like start singing.
Same
like Jake
girl.
about the eye thing. It's like one eye only. You know, it's just you just break into like song. But
Yeah. I think she needs to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Like if he's like having fun doing it and other people are like laughing along,
Yeah.
just
Just
chill
let him
out.
enjoy it.
I don't think it's taking anything away from like family time because it sparks conversation and joy at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's the same joke repeated time and time again, I could probably understand it.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake, he's doing that same bloody thing again. But I do it all the time as well with like some of my close friends. We do French and Saunders, and some Little Britain stuff, you know, like we just do it.
Yeah.
It becomes like a known thing, doesn't it? Like between you all, like you were saying, James, like there's things that you do that I'm like, that's so James, he would do that.
Yeah.
I think that's so annoying.
Well, like,
that
weren't we all chatting like recently, and somebody, whatever the conversation was about, the word range was brought up.
Yeah.
And what did you do, Danny, straight away?
Tina, darling, you know I love you, but you don't have the range.
So we're all guilty of
Doesn't have
it.
the range.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the range.
so that's a Danny thing.
Yeah. But I think if you're going to raise it with him, he's going to make him like self-conscious, and it's just not right because you just don't know.
No.
That might have been his
Yeah.
coping strategy before you even met him. That's what you fell in love with. So surely you shouldn't really have the double standards and just let him have the fun. And
Yeah, you bloody tell her, Jake.
yeah.
And as well as that, for a relationship to work, you don't need to have the same humor.
No.
No.
Exactly.
You can have different
Opposites
sense.
attract.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can also walk out of the room or put some headphones on or, you know, go, I'm going to go and, I don't know, make
Wash
some
the pots.
dinner or
Yeah.
not that, you know, that's all that
The
women
answer.
do. Cut that bit. Cut that
Get
bit.
back in the
watching-
kitchen, Danny. I don't know. They've been married 20 years, so like they should know each other inside out, and you should be able to say like,
Yeah.
look, can you, I don't know, maybe tone it down? I don't know, like, urgent
Although
to-
if he is
Okay.
doing things from a 20-year-old sitcom, they might be a bit outdated and it might be a bit awkward.
Dad
so-
jokes, dad jokes,
Not quite
granddad
dad jokes, but they might not be appropriate if he's mixing with a new crowd. But still, I think just let him have fun. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
If that's his habits, no offense, Rachel. If that's his habits, let him do it.
What the fuck? Why is it him to me?
Habit.
What?
Oh, she is oblivious.
Would you call me through the week a boomer or something? Whatever that means.
yeah.
Tell everybody what that means.
It's a generation. Boomers, like baby boomers. It was between
Like
what?
1960s?
Yeah,
60s,
roughly
70s?
around 60s, yeah. It's
We're
the
on
way
Gen
where...
Beta now, aren't we?
Yeah, actually from this month.
Yeah.
Any babies born this month on are Gen Beta, yeah.
But yeah, let him
Shut up.
let him have it. Let him have his moment, and yeah.
Well, the next story is about you guys.
Oh.
This is why men, shouldn't write into advice columns, because this was a woman writing into like a man's group of advice, and
So an agony uncle.
like an agony uncle, yeah. But
Okay.
this could also be a 50p as well, because the
Okay.
answer that he gives her is just.
Okay.
We're good at
get
giving
it.
advice.
Yeah.
Men can give
No,
good
he's-
advice.
He's
We gave
screwed
good
this
advice
one
in
up.
the
Well,
last one.
he's screwed this up one for you anyway.
All right, I want to hear it.
Dear John, I hope you can help me. The other day, I set off for work, leaving my husband in the house watching TV. My car stalled and then it broke down about a mile down the road, and I had to walk back and get my husband's help. When I got home, I couldn't believe my eyes. He was in our bedroom with the neighbour's daughter.
Oh.
I am 32, my husband is 34, and the neighbour's daughter is 19.
Jesus.
Oh.
We have been married for 12 years. When I confronted him, he broke down and admitted they had been having an affair for the past 6 months.
Ooh.
He won't go to counselling, and I'm afraid I am a wreck and I need advice. Can you help me, please? Sincerely, Sheila.
Right. And then she got advice back from John.
John.
Okay.
Dear Sheila, a car stalling after being driven a short distance can be caused a variety of faults with the engine. Start by checking that there's no debris in the fuel line. If it is clear, check the vacuum pipes and hoses and the intake manifold, and also check all grounding wires. If none of these approaches or resolve the problem, it could be that the fuel pump itself is faulty, causing low delivery pressure to the injectors. I hope this helps, John.
So he
I
completely
think he was-
bypassed the whole 19-year-old in bed with her husband.
Just wanted to fix the car and get her going again, and when it worked, she went.
Did she get the right email address?
I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe she was writing into mechanics or something.
Halbert's Forum.
Yeah.
We John the mechanic down the street just said, Sheila, get your car fixed, love. Send it in. Bring it back. Oh, fuck me. God
so
loves a affair,
bad.
but bring it in.
Sounds like her partner was
That's
getting his fuel
brilliant.
pumps checked as well.
That's so bad.
19 years of age. Well, Sheila, I don't know,
Sheila.
love. Hope you get your car fixed for one, but you may need
not
to
the-
fix that husband of yours.
Yeah, sounds like she's not the only one checking her dipstick.
Oh!
There it is.
Sheila's wheels.
I was about to say Sheila's wheels.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah, I don't think so. But go on, go for it.
New Year's morning, I saw a text pop up on my wife's phone from a name that sounded familiar, but I wasn't completely sure about. But the text was overly mushy and suggestive, with kiss face emojis and talk of missing her and can't wait to see her again. Turns out it was her boss. And after me pressing her for why he would be sending such a message, she confessed they have been having an affair since June. Happy New Year to me. I asked her to leave. She did. She turned off her location sharing, which I never really paid any attention to anyway. She came home this morning and is working from home and is acting like nothing is wrong. I am still a wreck. I'm off work until Monday, and I keep replaying her with him in my mind over and over again, and I'm sick about it. We haven't had much of a discussion besides some yelling and me asking her to leave. What should I do? Attempt to reconcile, ask her why and hear her side? Do I care why? Do I tell his wife? Do I tell the company's HR? What do I tell our young teenage kids? Am I still not thinking totally straight? And what am I supposed to do?
Do you know what I would advise? She needs to just double check her gearbox is okay, and just, she might have a
Don't
bit of lag
you
in the gearbox.
restart. Don't you restart.
I think he needs to relax and unwind. And the best way to do that is to whack on Meet in the Middle podcast. In another room.
I
Yeah,
don't know, like there's so much going on with that one. Like What do you do?
That
Well,
is a
you,
bit of a complex one.
you kick her out.
Yeah.
There's no way of reconciling that or doing it for the kids. A lot of people try to do it for the kids, but you're just torturing yourself and them in the process without realizing it. You think you're benefiting them by sticking together, you're not.
The kids are living in an unhappy household, so
And so is he.
yeah.
But would you confront her and just say like what is going on? We need to sort this for the kids.
No,
Like
No.
no.
I'd probably.
I mean,
would
she's
confront
she's screwing her boss. So, I mean, the fact that, they're still working together, that relationship or connection is always going to be there. So it's always going to be a problem unless the boss left or she got another job. And I don't know, you said they were married for 20 years, was it?
I can't remember, what did I say?
I think it was like 20 years.
Yeah,
I think.
I think they've been married a while.
I mean, that is a long time, and I guess it all depends on where you are in your relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to explore an open relationship. If she's screwing her boss, go and screw yours.
Oh my god. Imagine. Well, that's my stories for this week. If you have any, please send them in because we love to hear from you. Yeah, thank you.
So, New Year, I thought, why not change the segment up a little bit? So, and also because I'm losing weight, there's no more fact hunt. So,
Danny.
yeah, I've decided to rename it. It's exactly the same bloody thing. I'm just renaming it to What the FAQ, which is pronounced What the Fuck.
What the fuck?
That's it. Yeah, What the Fuck. Okay, so yeah, it's exactly the same. I've got a little fact that I found, a little FAQ, and I want you to guess which is the right one.
Okay.
So good luck. Are you ready for this very first one in What the FAQ?
What the fuck?
Here we go. What is micturition syncope? Micturition syncope. Is it A, a bacteria found in the minge?
Oh, there's always a minge. Not just me, but there's always a minge.
Is it B, a disease that was made up by Gypsy Rose Blanchard's mother? Is it C, fainting after you take a piss? Or is it D, a process that vegetables go through when they rot?
We've
Can
got
we get
four this week.
Can we get the
Yes.
pronunciation of it again? Not what
Of
the word is.
course, it's micturition syncope.
I think
the
it's sort of
fuck?
shite, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Joking.
What do you think the right answer could be?
I'm gonna
So-
go with what was it? The Blanchard.
Bacteria found in the minge, a disease that was made up by Gypsy Rose Blanchard's mother, fainting after you take a piss, or a process that vegetables go through when they rot.
I'm gonna go with Gypsy Rose.
You're going to go with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, okay?
I think it's a made-up word.
No, I think I'm going to go for the minge.
You're going to go for the bacteria found in the minge.
Never heard of that in some minge.
It might be a friendly bacteria.
Yeah.
Rachel, what one are you feeling, darling?
I'm totally lost.
Are you feeling the minge?
Someone do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah, read us to spot the fact.
What was the first one again?
Bacteria found in the minge.
Oh. And the last one?
A process that vegetables go through when they rot.
What the fuck?
I might
That's
do
what
the
you'll be asking
vegetables.
yourself.
The vegetables.
Okay, so we've got Jake going for bacteria found in the minge. We've got James going for a disease that was made up by Gypsy Rose Blanchard's mother. And Rachel going for D, a process that vegetables go through when they rot. So C didn't make the list. Okay. Jake, it is not a bacteria found in the minge. I'm sorry.
Oh. What was it? Oh, is that me?
Yes. Rachel, it is not a process that vegetables go through when they rot.
I'll never get these.
Please don't make him be right.
James,
It is wee Blanchard, isn't it?
it is not a disease that was made up by
the
Gypsy
fuck?
Rose Blanchard's mother. It is, in fact, a name given to the human phenomenon of fainting shortly after or during urination. So it's fainting after you take a piss. Micturition syncope, and forgive me if I'm not saying it correctly, but that is how it's spelled there. Yeah. It's basically the name given to fainting shortly after or during you take a piss. And the underlying cause, which is not fully understood, may be a result of vasovagal response or postural hypertension, or a combination of both.
So it's pushing too hard.
So basically, what happens is people often become pale, lightheaded, nauseated, sweaty, and weak before they lose consciousness. Sometimes they even shit themselves. They also might also have a cough or have severe vomiting. And it may cause fainting in a similar way. So what are the causes? Well, James, you're kind of right. When we strain to increase the flow of urine, basically what it does is it stimulates what's known as the vagus nerve, which basically causes the slowing down of the heart and also a drop in your blood pressure. And basically what it means is that the heart cannot perform effectively as a pump because insufficient blood is getting to it. According to Wikipedia, it's responsible for 2.4 to 8.4% of all cases of fainting in adults. And it's mostly common with males. And it also often occurs at night or just after waking up. So my advice to you would be to make sure you have a sit-down wee.
Treat yourself.
Then you're not going to fall over and hurt your head. But yeah.
Very interesting.
That really made me
syncope.
Yeah, that really made me say, "What the fuck?"
And that was my intention. And the other answers, I of course made up entirely, but I thought they were really good, especially the one about the bacteria and the minge. I'm going to try and get a minge answer in everything.
Please do. You know what? We're all going to be stupid when it's right. Yeah, it's going to be 1 week where it's right.
Brilliant.
So that was What the Fuck?
What the fuck? All right, everyone, it's time for the quiz. And I know what you're thinking. After the wild success of my last quiz, you're probably expecting the return of it again on the first quiz of the new year.
Is it?
And you'd be right, because it's time for Top 10 Takedown.
Smash those plates.
People loved it.
Yeah, well, if you should know the rules by now, but for any new listeners, once again, this is Top 10 Takedown. So here's how it works. I'll give you a topic and a top 10 list, and it's up to you to buzz in with the answer. The higher your answer ranks on the list, the more points you earn. So 10 points for the ranking number 1, 9 points for ranking number 2, and so on all the way down to 1 point for ranking number 10.
Okay.
But remember, no half points because there's no halves in the list. But remember, it's first come, first serve. So be quick on that buzzer. So speaking of buzzers, let's hear them. Rachel, you go first.
That's it.
Bam, bam,
I'm going to turn it up
Jumping around.
because I need straight in there.
You do need straight in there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay, Danny, let's hear your one.
Emotional damage.
Can I hear that again? Because I just want to make sure the pops at the start so I can listen out for that.
Emotional damage.
So I won't go on emotional damage. I'll go on that pop.
Yeah.
I will. Okay, nice. Jake, now it's your turn.
I thought you forgot about me.
Oh, no.
With the squiddies. Perfect. Right, let's go. Contestants are prepped. Buzzers are primed. And we are ready to play Top 10 Takedown.
I get visions of like a little Greek man with his belly out at the end, just like dancing with that little bit of music.
Like Stavros Flatley.
Yes.
Hey,
Brilliant.
Okay, let's get this game on road. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Question number 1. Name one of the top 10 most spoken languages in the world by number of speakers.
Emotional damage.
That was Jake first.
I'm going to go with Spanish.
Spanish. Is it on the list? It is. It's number 4 on the list with 600 million speakers. So that earns you 7 points.
Emotional damage.
Danny came in next.
I'm going to go English.
English. Is English on the list? It's answer number 1. Earning you 10 points. 1.5 billion speakers worldwide. And Rachel, what's your answer?
I've a choice between 2, but I don't know which one. German?
German. Bit outside the box. Suspense.
Is it not?
No, it's not on the list.
I was going to say French. Was French on the list?
French is on the list. It was number 5 with
That was my first
280 million
answer.
speakers. There's only 2 that I know. Well, yeah, there's only 2 real main countries that speak German: Austria and Germany. I know you have it in like Belgium, but that's like a small dialect. I think actually, I think you have a few African countries that have regions or tribes that speak parts of it. But anyway, yeah. So we've gotten our 3 answers. Number 2 on the list was Mandarin Chinese with 1.1 billion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Number 3 was Hindi with 615. We had number 4, which was Spanish, and we had number 5, which was French.
And I'm fluent in all of them.
Unfortunately,
you?
Bulgarian was not
Oh,
there.
no, you're not.
Or so he tries to be. Not right, Jake?
Yeah. Well, according to earlier in the
Fluent
episode,
in
I'm not fluent
bullshit.
in English.
Oh!
So yeah, there was some predictable ones there, and then there was also some tricky ones. So let's keep that momentum going with question number 2. Name one of the top 10 most popular TV shows of all time based on
Emotional
global
damage.
viewership. That was Jake.
No, I think Rachel.
No, it's Rachel.
Oh, was it Rachel? Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, go over it.
Stealing points and all. TV shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
top 10 most popular TV shows of all time.
Friends,
Friends, is it on the list?
please.
It's number 2 on the list, earning you 9 points.
Emotional damage.
Danny?
I'm going to go with The Simpsons.
Number 4 on the list, getting you 7 points. Jake,
Oh, I was going to go with that one.
you've still got number 1.
I'm going to go with Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. I
Oh,
love
that's
Big Bang Theory.
very, okay, very neat.
I love Sheldon's laughing at. It's correct. Number 9, earning you 2 points.
Oh,
Well
happy
done.
days.
Oh, can I say what I was going to go for and then change my mind to
No.
torture myself?
You can say what
do
you're
it.
going to go for, but you're not changing your mind.
No,
no.
he's not getting the points for it, but go for
I
it.
was going to say South Park.
South Park is not on the list.
Oh.
Number 1, I'm surprised nobody got it. It was huge. It was only out, a couple of years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones was number
No!
1.
Oh,
My brother's starting that.
Number
Wow.
2 was Friends, which we've had. Number 3, Walter White and Jesse,
Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
oh, okay.
And number 4 was The Simpsons. Number 5 is the UK office. Oh, sorry, US office, US.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were all classics. Good work. Everyone got a point on the board. So are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Question number 3. Name one of the top 10 best-selling books of all time.
Emotional damage.
That was Jake.
I'm going to go with the Bible.
The Bible. Good answer. Is it on the board?
What?
No, it's not on the board, believe it or not. Rachel.
Harry Potter.
Oh, that's what I'm
Potter
gonna say.
isn't on the board.
It is. Has to be.
It's number 4.
Oh my god!
It was,
I
I'll
was
give
gonna
I'll give
say
you the
that
point,
one.
but it was the Sorcerer's Stone, or as it was in Ireland and the UK, Philosopher's Stone, and that was
Philosopher, yeah.
120 million copies. 7 points for you, Rachel.
Oh,
Danny,
no.
it's all down to you.
Uh,
I will say there is a lot of names on this list that I do not recognize. One I can't even pronounce.
I'm gonna go with oh no,
Come on, Danny. You got
is
one.
it Charlotte Bronte?
Ooh.
Little Women. Is that Bronte?
Little Women, is it on the board?
It's not going to be on there. was going to do Harry
unfortunately.
Potter.
I'm surprised the Bible wasn't on there.
So am I. So I'm going to have to fact check after this.
Do you know
Number
why?
one,
It's because everyone's nicking them from hotel rooms.
possibly, yeah.
Bibles. Christ.
Okay, so number one on the board, it's a French one. So Don Quixote, I don't know. Q-U-I.
Oh,
Yeah,
Don
you know
Quixote,
it.
isn't
By
it?
Miguel de Cervantes. I don't know his name. Number
Hello,
two
Jake.
was number two was A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens.
Yeah.
Oh.
Number
I should
three
have brought back
was
Dickens.
it was adapted into the screen, so I thought you might have got it. Lord of the Rings.
Oh, J.L. Tolkien.
Yeah, and number five was And Then There Were No One. Then there were none by Agatha Christie.
Oh, of course, a Christie's going to be on there.
Yeah.
J.R. Tolkien actually made it onto number 6 as well with The Hobbit.
Was Les Mis on there?
No, it wasn't. The other ones were Dream of a Red Chamber, The Lion, the Witch, the Wardrobe, Da Vinci Code, and The Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah.
Land of Witch Wardrobe, yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, at least we all got, well, bar Donny, sorry.
No.
No, I didn't get anything either.
No, it was just you in that round, Rachel.
I think I'm still in the lead,
days.
though.
Do we want to tot up the scores to find out?
Yeah, that's...
Okay, so at the moment, Jake is on 9, Rachel is on 16,
Oh.
and Danny is on 17.
Oh!
With 2 more questions, though, it's all to play for.
Okay.
Shit.
What game are we playing?
We are playing, if you've just tuned in, Top 10 Takedown.
Oh, man.
Please take that off him.
It's only once every 4 weeks.
I'll
Luckily.
take 5 points off if you keep that attitude up.
No.
Please do.
Oh.
Question number 4. Name one of the top 10 largest fast food chains in the world.
Emotional damage.
That was Jake.
McDonald's.
McDonald's is number 2 on the list,
Just come on.
giving you 9 points. Rachel, we had you next.
KFC.
KFC. Number 4 on the list, earning you 7 points. Danny, it's all down to you. Number 1 spot is still there.
Come on, Danny. There's bound to be one.
Think of
Yeah.
global giants.
Yeah, I'm
No
going to
clues.
go
Don't give
with...
him any clues.
I'm going to
You're
go
well
with...
cultured.
I'm going to go with Burger King.
Oh.
Is it bigger than the other 2, though? It's on the list, but it was number 6, earning you 5 points.
That's good. That's still
Yeah.
here on the board. Oh.
Actually,
New
no,
year,
he's
new
drawn.
Danny.
At the moment, it's a draw. It's 23 points to...
Danny, we've never been in this situation ever.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. Rachel's at 23. Danny, you're at 22.
Oh.
And Jake, you're at 18.
We've still never been this close. Especially me and Danny, because we don't get the
we
grip.
always lose.
Sorry, Jake.
I blame the Bible.
It's always
But
Jake
we will
and
take
James
this
that
crown
lead.
no matter who it is.
I blame the Bible in this one.
Right. So going into the last one
I'm scared.
is our final question.
Okay.
Question number 5. Name one of the top 10 largest rivers in the world.
Emotional damage.
Danny was first there.
I'm going to go with the River Nile.
It's number 1 on the board. Getting you 10 points.
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
What? Who was next? Was that Rachel?
Yeah, I don't even know if this is probably not a river. I don't know that well. I'm not.
Don't say the lagging.
No,
Do you think I can have the lagging in the bubble?
it may not be anything, but is it Niagara Falls?
Niagara Falls.
Is that even
it
part of
on
it?
the
It's a
list?
waterfall.
The waterfall.
It is. It's a waterfall,
I'm
unfortunately.
not good with all that stuff. Sorry.
So that leaves Jake.
I'm gonna go with-
Unfortunately, you can't win, but play for pride.
Amazon River.
Number 2 on the list, getting you 9 points.
Not very good with all that.
Does that mean I'm second?
So at the end of that, then we have Rachel on 23 points, Jake on 27, and Danny on 32 points. Well done, Danny. You've won this week.
Oh, that was good though. Well
I've
done,
actually
Danny.
fucking won a competition. I've done it.
Competition. Danny,
New
do you know-
year, I
do you know
get
what
the
you get?
first one. Oh no, Peter got the first one of the new year, but
Yeah.
I've got this one. Good.
the group.
Didn't you
you
get
know
the
what you
Rising
win?
Star Award last year?
No, I
No,
didn't.
that was Rachel.
Oh, was that Rachel?
That was Rachel. I got that one, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what you win, Danny?
What do I win?
A Magnum. Was joking.
Do you know what you win, Danny? Fuck off.
Right, well then that's been the quiz for this week.
Well,
Thanks
that
for
was good
playing,
fun.
and congratulations, Danny.
What were we playing?
We were playing Top 10 Takedown.
I'm the winner. I'm the winner.
Just see Jake's shoulders going.
Tell the truth and shame the devil. It's time for confessionals. If you have any stories that you want to send in to us, please DM us directly at podcast.meetinthemiddle or email us at meetinthemiddle. Bollocks! I turned it to Rachel.
He's not always
Email-
right.
No,
He's not
I'm
always
not.
right.
It's because I said email us at meet at. Just reminding you. But yeah, the email is meetinthemiddlepodcast.co.uk. And
Well
as
done.
always, completely anonymous. So the first one we have is, so my husband and I were out one evening a couple of years ago. We were sat in the car chatting down by the water, parked outside a pub. My husband is one of those people who help all animals or insects that he can. So you can imagine how the story may turn out. We heard a thud. So we got out of the car and a pheasant had blown into the wall of the pub and landed on the floor. So my husband immediately went out to see if it was all right. This is not an area where you would normally find pheasants. The pheasant was luckily fine. I was just a bit dazed and in shock. So my husband decided we should take it to a more pheasant appropriate place in the car. This would be around a 15-minute drive. How did they know a pheasant appropriate place and it was going to be 15 minutes away?
Appropriate location.
Pheasant
field.
fucker.
Yeah, that's what kept going through my head when I was here reading this.
I thought you were going to say they put it in the car, skinned it, and ate it.
Yeah. They were a pheasant fucker. So I agreed as I felt sorry for it. The plan was my husband was going to wrap the pheasant up in his jacket and I was to have the pheasant on my lap. So we did. Well, we got on about 10 minutes up the road and the pheasant was still in shock and sat on my lap. My husband decided it's cold and without warning puts the fan on in the car. The pheasant shat itself. It was flying around the car. I was screaming and my husband was still trying to drive. It was flapping all over the car, shitting as it went.
Oh,
My husband pulled over to the nearest area with grass and trees and we opened the car to get the pheasant out. And that was another 20-minute job.
Shit
open the
everywhere.
door onto the road and it gets
Yeah.
knocked over again.
I know exactly what that is. You know when like you turn it on, like the demist your front window instead of
Yeah.
like the air and it just goes, yeah, it's like a Dyson
Yeah.
over, yeah. Fucking pheasant flapping
no.
around then.
Shit
All
everywhere.
that shit all over the car.
See, it doesn't pay to save an animal, does it? I've had that happen to me. Tried to save an animal and it didn't go to plan. So
No,
and
it
wasn't a pheasant.
always pays to save
does.
an animal.
Well, it didn't in my. I tried to save a frog from running in the road, and I it
Oh,
got spooked.
Jake.
Aw.
You've gone up in my estimation.
Well, it spooked and jumped into the road, and a car went over it.
Right, fuck you. No. You're done.
It was
Poor
destiny.
frog.
It wasn't meant to be.
Poor froggy.
Yeah, it croaked it.
Bird shit is like as well. It's like runny, gooey, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
Stinky.
Yeah.
Even chicken shit, you can't get the smell of chicken shit out. You.
yeah.
Oh,
that's,
don't
That's not good.
get me started. Bird shit. Oh,
But
you
if a
say-
bird shits on you,
I was
you're going
gonna
to say the
say.
same
Good
thing.
luck, yeah. Get a lottery ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you don't
Shit in
ask
your
her out
head?
again.
Oh.
Took me a minute. Very good.
That's what you're into.
All right,
Sorry, James, we've hijacked your confession.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I've got another one though, but this is one that any lad would not want to be stuck in this type of
Okay.
situation. So it says, I was 13, 14 at the time, and I was having a wank on the sofa bed. My old man opens the door as I was naked, bashing the bishop. I had nothing near me to cover myself apart from that door that my dad opened. My reaction was to jump across the room behind the door. No. As I get up there, I look down and my cum was still mid-flight, watching it fly and land on my dad's feet.
No.
Oh, fantastic. Think I stayed at various mates' houses for a month or so after that. Jesus Christ.
Cum toes, poor dad.
Could you just imagine the after effect that he's not seeing of his dad having to march his soggy foot to the bathroom to wipe it up?
I just have images.
Just
You can just see it in slow motion as well. Like, no.
yeah, it's always situations like that are in slow motion.
Well, the dad might have had it situations where he had his own on his feet toes. Who would know?
I don't know. Do you think like men would probably be like, it's all right, son. Good
No,
job.
you'd be scared. You'd be
Yeah.
scared.
Would you?
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Should we revive the polls for 2025?
I mean, I would be scarred. You're right. Yeah. I mean, that's just, coming. I came on my dad's foot.
That should have been the headline. So this is our second episode of 2025, but it's our first one with confessionals. So I had to go out with a bang for Danny and make it a shit related one.
Oh, no.
Grab the bucket, Rach.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Here's the story about the first time I decided to drink coffee. I drank 3 cups to make sure it worked.
where's
I
this
suddenly, I know, we all know where this is going after 3 cups in your first time.
Uh-huh.
Suddenly, my stomach feels like someone has filled it with dirt and trying to make a balloon animal with it. I can literally feel the shit straining against my rectum,
Oh, God.
as if it was possessed by some sort of demon and wanted freedom by the 1,000-year prison sentence it was in. I have to walk all the way down to the hall with my ass and thighs clenched tightly. By the time I get to the bathroom, I'm sweating profusely and grunting loudly with every step. I go to the nearest stall and notice there's someone in the stall next to it, but I don't give a fuck.
Let it go.
I yank down my shorts and attempt to slam my ass onto the toilet seat.
Doesn't
My,
really
my ass slips off due to the slickness caused by my ass sweat.
No.
She's having a mirror.
No.
I then fall off the seat. One of my arms goes into the toilet. My ass slips under the stall divider and I can't control it. Shit actually explodes out of my ass, covering the entire stall. Its occupant starts screaming. I start screaming in return, but I can't fucking stop.
Oh my god.
This goes on.
NATO.
This goes on for about half a minute. Shit erupting from my ass.
30 seconds of shit.
Shit erupting from my ass forcefully the entire time. Finally, it dies down. My ass still spluttering and oozing a little bit.
Oh Christ.
The person rushes out of the stall and almost slips on the shit and then dashes out of the bathroom. I lie on the ground for 5 or 10 minutes trying to recover. Finally, I get up and I look in the stall to inspect the damage. It is completely lined with shit. You can even make out the outline of the previous occupant against the wall. There's a huge gooey pile where my ass was sticking through, probably weighed at least 5 pounds. I wipe my ass as fast as I can.
Just his ass.
Just as
I've
ass.
been fucking wiping everything.
You need a
power
fucking
washing.
shower after
My
that,
arm,
yeah?
everything.
It was terrified that someone was going to walk in at any moment. Jesus Christ. That was a full visual.
That explains why Weatherspoon's toilets are so bad.
Here's
then
not
that-
just Weatherspoons. Some toilets are wild.
You'd be scarred after that.
Literally,
I hope you put the toilet seat down after that.
I'm just picturing. I think his hand went down and fuck the seat. That's the least of his worries.
Well, whenever there's a rumble in the jungle, you gotta go.
That's it.
What coffee was he drinking?
I don't fucking know, but I don't want a glass of it.
Have you ever had that though, where like you've
Yeah.
literally had to like just stand still and cross your legs? I remember like walking with my friends to school, and one of my friends used to like, he was like, I just need to go, but he'd cross his legs like really tight. Just like
That little waddle as you clench.
Yeah.
It's normally a wee for me. Like if I really need to go, I'm like, I need to go. Oh, it's normally wee-wees.
I've had it once after a heavy night out, and you're there in a pub having your breakfast, and it's
you
just
shit
like,
yourself.
you trust me, there was no amount of paper put on that toilet seat to
Or do you ever get like where you think it's just a fart, and then as soon as it pops out, you know it's not, and that little face you make, you're like,
Yeah, you're like,
oh a little shot.
No.
what was that?
Speaking of shits, have you ever had the Guinness shits?
No,
no, well, I don't drink it.
I imagine they're very dark with a white head on the top.
But it stops halfway through just to ferment a bit more, and then you
And
can
sometimes you can cut it off early, and that's called splitting the G.
You have to if you're in the UK, you have to have 2 mini shits and get your loyalty card stamped for it before you can have the Guinness.
Oh my god.
Is a shark called a baby Guinness?
Brilliant.
But no,
Well,
what is the Guinness shits? I need to know.
It's just full of iron.
What does that mean?
They come out black.
They do come out black.
Yeah. Sorry for anyone that's listening to this eating the breakfast when it gets released.
But it ties in well. We've got Guinness and shits and all that in between. So yeah.
Lord, very good.
Right, that's my confessions for the week. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any, please send them in.
Good.
Yeah.
So just before we go, we actually have an announcement for next week's episode. Next week, we are going to do a Freaky Friday episode.
Yes.
So that means we're all going to swap roles and get different segments. And the way we're going to do that is at random. And I believe we have a random wheel generator. Is that correct?
That is correct. I feel like I'm Carol Vorderman in
Carol
Countdown.
Vorderman.
Constant, please, Carol. So we've got all our segments up here.
Yep.
So let's see what I am doing next week.
You ready?
Oh, I wonder what it's gonna be.
What is it going to be?
Here we go.
Oh, imagine it's confessionals.
Oh, have you heard?
Brilliant.
Please,
James.
Can't wait.
please look after my baby.
Oh,
Don't ruin
nobody
it.
puts
I'm gonna-
baby in the
I-
corner.
I'm already going to start practicing me. Well,
Oh Christ.
Well, you did that in the Christmas special, didn't you?
yeah. Right, so I've got Have You Heard? So up next is Rachel's turn. What is she going to get?
Imagine.
I feel like with me being last, I'm just going to get.
Oh, skin of her teeth.
FAQ.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm excited. This is good. Hopefully I can lie, because I can't lie. But anyway, we'll try.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. So,
So Danny, what is Danny going to get?
are we ready, Danny?
Yes, I'm ready.
And this is for me as well.
Of course, yeah, you'll be getting the last one. I'm happy with either of these.
Oh, Danny got confessionals.
Hey!
Okay.
And obviously,
Be gentle with her, Danny. She was my everything. She was my everything once
To
too.
reap and shame the devil.
This is really going to mess us up, because we're already like in form of what we do every week.
I
This is going to
know.
be like, what? Who's
Yeah.
next? Who's
So
next?
that obviously means that Jake gets 2 plus 50p in the weekend. in the dickhead next week.
my venom's going to be pouring next week.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Let's see what
I'm
you've
looking
got,
forward to
Jake.
this now.
I know.
too.
Excited.
Freaky Friday, episode 55. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
55. Wow.
Right, well, on that note, thanks for listening, and we'll see you again next week for a Freaky Friday episode. See you later.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
See ya. Thanks for watching this episode of Meet in the Middle.
If you enjoyed this episode, why not check out the others?
And see that subscribe button? Hit it.
And while you're there, hit that bell notification and drop us a like. We'll see you next time.